Oh, what is this lovely little Venetian looking guitar being played in the radiant sunlight seeping in this morning, warming the soul, blandishing the mind, and filling it with the machinations of centuries past. And so I could go on. Actually, I made it up. There's nothing remotely historic about that music. Just what came to me in the moment. So what is this? Well, this is another SX guitar, and this is their little travel guitar. And the reason why I picked this up is because I've always wanted like a Baroque style guitar. You know, guitars before the Torres shape was popularized were smaller, parlor instruments. Very ornate in the bridge, usually. Often had lacewood or similar to lute wood backs. And I've always loved that kind of stuff. Now this isn't technically a Baroque guitar, it's just a smaller travel guitar made by SX, but it has kind of some of the aesthetics of those earlier guitars. They've got the shape right and the body size. And I like it. I think you could almost make this into, you know, like a cheap, poor man's Baroque guitar. And that's kind of what I wanted to do until someday I can get hold of the real thing. This will suffice. It is a steel stringed instrument, so it's an acoustic guitar. And I've seen it on the SX, or rather the Rondo site, for a number of years now. They also sell them on Reverb, eBay, and I think on Amazon as well. And they're about, I don't know, around $200, maybe a little bit shy. And it is a solid top instrument. What does it say inside? Model number TRAV1, Travel 1 guitar from SX, which is one of the Rondo companies. It's got some really nice little vintage open gear tuners on the back, a rosewood board, and solid spruce top with what looks to be sapele mahogany on the back. No real fancy binding or anything, just a rounded joint at the top. There is a bit of a rosette there, but nothing too ornate. So very plain, but I just like the shape, and I like the sound, the sort of ringy, chimey sound of these smaller body guitars, especially with steel strings. Yeah, I think they're kind of interesting. And of course you could just buy this as a travel guitar, and it does come with a rather nice sort of tan padded case that comes with it, with backpack straps. So this would be really easy to take on a train or a plane, a boat, sling it over your back and maybe carry it on and put it in the overhead luggage maybe, because it's a lot smaller than a regular sized guitar. But that's not really the reason I bought it. I bought it because it kind of mimics, you know, a Baroque style guitar, pre-Torres guitar with the shape, and you know, kind of has that sort of tin sound, although it doesn't have the same properties, and certainly isn't in the same price range as a Baroque style guitar. However, it's got some of the vibe, so I thought I'd pick one up. I've been eyeing one up for a while now. Of course, I had to get rid of guitars to make room for this little guy in the collection, as per my last announcement. But I wanted to make sure that I grabbed one of these because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get one where I'm going. So here it is. This is the SX little Travel One guitar. Comes with a really nice gig bag and a great little package. Now, what did I have to do to this? Well, there were a couple of sharp burrs on the fret ends. A three-cornered file took care of those really quickly, and the action was slightly too high for me. So I took the saddle out, of course, did about 50 passes on some sandpaper and took it down a couple of millimeters, and put it back in, adjusted the truss rod to straighten the neck just a touch. It does have a truss rod in it, by the way. And now it has superb action all the way up the neck. Chords were a little bit hard to play up here before I set it up. Sorry. Anyway, it plays a lot better now, and the intonation's good, and there's no dead notes. It rings all the way up. So a little setup really sorted this little guy out, but it's fun. It's the sort of thing you can sling on your back and bike to the beach or to the local park, pull it out and just play it. You know, it's not much bigger than a baritone guitar, but it certainly has a different shape. And I like travel guitars that are done this way rather than taking the dimensions of a dreadnought and shrinking it down. I think it works better with this sort of old body, elongated body style for a travel guitar. But anyway, I like the fact that it sort of mimics you know, 16th, 17th, 18th century Viennese style smaller body guitar, sometimes called Baroque guitars. But there you go, another little gem. See you next time.